Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Noella, and on this channel I create content that inspires you to thrive and grow. If you're new to this family, welcome, join, subscribe, click that notification bell to be reminded of upcoming videos. But today, this month is Black History Month. It's one of the most celebrated and also controversial months of the year, and so I'm gonna be hitting numerous topics related to this month. In 2020 of February, I did a video titled Nigerian Americans Celebrating Black History Month with my youngest brother, who's not with me in this video today, but he's doing good. Thanks for asking. He's actually been doing really great. He's gotten D1 offers from University of Rhode Island, UMass Amherst, Dartmouth, Harvard, Columbia University, Fordham University. If you have anybody, or you know anybody, or you yourself want more knowledge about that process and everything, maybe I could get him on here for a video so he could share some tips, throw some nuggets at you guys. But he's doing great. If you watch that video, Nigerian Americans Celebrating Black History Month, I'm trying to keep with the theme and the vibe. I'm wearing the same sweater, whatever that I had on 2 years ago. I have my hair in a bun, have my hopes. A lot has changed 2 years ago, but I'm just trying to keep the vibe. That video is the most popular video that I've made till date. Like, I don't know how popular and me fit in the same sentence, but thank God it does. That video actually has 734 views, and that's the highest views and also the highest liked and highest commented video. So today I'm going to be reading through the comments and making comments on those comments, because some of them was just, goodness gracious, you see what I'm talking about. I actually had to delete some comments, so I might have to go find them and bring them up so I can share them with you. Like the title of this video says, we're all different types of blacks. That is really going to be the theme of this video. So for example, I'm Nigerian American. Someone in Detroit, Michigan that is black, for example, if both of us are asked, where's home for you? Nigeria is home for me. If I go there today, I have family, I have friends there. But for someone that is black and African American that was born in Detroit, Michigan, home for them is Detroit, Michigan. They don't know anywhere else, so that is such a large difference when it comes to culture, when it comes to language, values, and there's a lot of things that's different. And I know black is such a big, wide spread umbrella that we use a lot, but we're all different types of black. So let's get into this video. I'm gonna go ahead and read the comments. This is from Honey Sweet Dreams. She said, I have no idea how this video came to be my recommendations today, but I'll bite. Black History Month used to be called Negro History Week. Its original intentions were to celebrate the historical achievements of Native Black Americans, the ethnic group. Did you know that Africans were not historically referred to as Negro, but as African? That's correct. So it started with Africa, then African. Well, they named the continent Africa, and then African people, and then Negroes. But then over time, it's just Black and Africa, and African has just been used interchangeably, and language is something that keeps changing. There was and has always been a distinction. Of course, if a cop sees you driving in your car, he may mistake you for a native Black American, but on paper, Africans are much preferred in American society than native Black Americans. That is truth, and I will make an in-depth response to that comment. Africans, although black, are immigrants to America. Your story is different than native Black Americans who are raised to be pan-African and are generally way more inclusive than immigrant groups, even to our own demise. And I'm sure you don't mean to be smudging the line between native Black Americans and Black Americans with a foreign background only aids to. For some reason, people often tell native Black Americans that we have no culture while simultaneously adopting everything we create. I know you mean well, but maybe you can come together with Black Caribbeans and Afro-Latinas to create a Black Immigrant History Month. That way, Black Americans can get twice the spotlight instead of sharing the space that native Black Americans created for themselves. That's interesting. I think the question is, will that cause more division or unity? Is it really creating more spotlight for blacks in general, or is it creating more division? So John Paul said, I respect those super smart Nigerians. We should be like them, intellectual as an African American. We should be like them. We should emulate them intellectually as native African born Americans. Trevian Davis said, I think it's awesome that Nigerian are celebrating Black History Month, although it's not specifically for Black Americans but all Black people. Hence why Nelson Mandela is mentioned, and so Marcus Garvey. At the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters, just from different tribes. I love this comment so much, and it's the foundation of everything. We're all brothers and sisters at the end of the day, and we should learn to treat each other with love, respect, and dignity. I mean, if we're really loving ourselves, loving our neighbors like we love ourselves, a lot of things that is happening, the racial tension and everything that's happening, will not be happening. It will be different if we love ourselves like our neighbor, if we love our neighbors like ourselves. So I do appreciate that comment, Trevian Davis. The Mentalist said, I understand it's coming from a good place, but your knowledge of us is very sparse. I suggest you take time out and learn about us, and then you would understand why people say you're African and not Black. I do appreciate that comment. It's honest. I definitely do not consider myself as an encyclopedia of Black History Month or native born African Americans here. I do not. It's something that I'm definitely learning along the way, and geez, it's dense, it's vast. But I'm not African. It says why people say you're African and not Black. I'm not African. I'm not the whole of Africa. I know where I'm from. I'm from Nigeria. Then that makes me Nigerian American, not African American. But I'm still Black. So terminology, language, lingo, all different. John Paul again, Nigerians taking over. That's the other thing. And Nigerians really trying to take over, or they're just so hardworking? Think about that. Are we really trying to take over? And I'm not just saying only Nigerians. Think about all the other immigrants that come from other African countries. Are they really trying to take over, or they come here and they have this I no go gree attitude and they work their butts off to have everything that they have? I appreciate all the comments that I've just read. I'm gonna share a few thoughts that I have gathered in the past 2 years. And number one, I want to share how Black immigrants view native Black folks. First of all, I want to say that racism is everywhere. In India, there's classism. I mean, take a look at last year, the Nigerian Lekki massacre. There are things happening all around that is not just limited to one country. America is great. Believe it or not. When we moved here, high school was free. I didn't have to pay for high school. Back home in Nigeria, you had to pay for your secondary education. We call it secondary school. You guys call it high school. I remember there were times when we couldn't afford it, and so I would go to school and they would punish us. They will make you kneel on the cement ground, raise your hands up, and sometimes even crawl on it. And you would get up and you would have scabs all over your knees. So when I came here and high school was free, I was like, that's amazing. That's an opportunity that we don't have back home. Secondly, the lights, the electricity. When we came here, we were like, it doesn't just go off when you're watching TV or when you're doing your homework or whatever. It's there 24/7. I mean, except for some instances where, like now, Halloween or something, the light goes off, or they're trying to change something, or the power is down. But you have light on almost a constant basis. In Nigeria, you would pay for electricity bill 6 months, you would not see the light. And then you would have to use your generator, which has smoke, and then that's not good for your breathing. And then you have to buy fuel to fill it. And sometimes it's even black market fuel that is mixed with other things that would spoil your generator. College is affordable. I went to North Shore Community College and it was free. I haven't got a laptop out of that. That's the third one. Number 4, healthcare. Yo, I don't know if you know, but a lot of people from different nations of the world, they come here for healthcare. I work in the healthcare industry and I see it. I understand why people will come here to get their healthcare. When you look at all of these things as an immigrant coming into the United States that wasn't born here, you look at all the opportunities, and then you look at the native born blacks that were here and you're like, you have no excuse. That is sort of the mentality that we have coming here. We're like, we have all these opportunities, we're hardworking, we're gonna study, we're gonna do whatever it takes to become what we want to be, become our best selves. Now, number 2 is how native Black folks view us. From the comments that I've read, I think there's resentment, I think there's jealousy and envy. If you remember the comment I just read, I think it was John Paul. He said Nigerians taking over. So there's that fear that the immigrants, the Black immigrants that are coming to the United States are coming here and they're taking over. I don't know if it's a good mindset to have. I think there needs to be understanding on both sides. I put myself in a position to understand that native born Blacks, this is their home. They don't know any other home apart from here. And so that's why reparations are important. That's why supporting Black Lives Matter is important. I support the term, the lingo, Black Lives Matter. I don't support the organization because it's just different. They have a lot of beliefs that do not align with mine. Looking at that, you're like, I have a home. I know where I'm coming from. A lot of the people, the native born Blacks, they were technically uprooted. I've heard people say, you sold us into slavery. I didn't. I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing. Maybe my ancestors did, yes, but I had nothing to do with that. There's this tension between immigrant Blacks and native born Blacks. And so trying to understand both perspectives is important for us to move forward. I'm gonna celebrate Black History Month. I'm Black, and even if I'm not native Black, I'm not native to this land. This isn't technically my land. I wasn't born here. I am getting a sense and an understanding of why native born Blacks would say, do not celebrate this month, you know nothing about it, go create your own Black Immigrant Month. And is that really creating unity or division? And you have to think about it. Now we have a Black anthem, and I shared it with my brother Jesse, who did this video with me 2 years ago, and we had concerns about it. Like, do we really need a Black anthem? Is that really creating unity or disunity? I think the foundation of it all is genuine love, respect, and dignity. Everyone deserves that. And if we can learn to love our neighbors as we love ourselves, oh my goodness, we would create a better world for us to live in and for our children and the generations after us to live in. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Leave your comments below. Let's continue this conversation, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.